Get in touch with the parents. My darling would like to hang out with your darling. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, The Bulletproof Life. It's me, Ronke Odewumi, and as usual, I'm delighted to have you here. I hope you're having a good week. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 budget fun activities for summer. So this one is for people with kids. Summer is coming, the weather is getting better, schools are going to close in July, and you're soon going to start racking your brain. What am I going to do? What are these kids going to do? Where am I going to put them? How will I entertain them? And here I am with 10 fun budget activities for you. Activities that won't cost you money, but will occupy your children through the summer. 10 of them. You can do these activities 2 or 3 per week. And before you know it, the summer holidays are over. So let's get right into these 10 fun summer activities I have for you that won't break the bank. The first one is play dates. Yes, play dates. Arrange play dates with your children's classmates. They have classmates. Get in touch with the parents. My darling would like to hang out with your darling. So once you get in touch with the other parents, they bring their kids over one day in your house. Then you take your kids one day to that house. Then you arrange the same thing with another family, and so on and so forth. Before you know it, you guys have had 7, 8 play dates in other people's houses, and other people have also done the same with your children. And that way, the summer is going and your children are having a lot of fun. And these play dates are not costing you a penny because you're going to give your children lunch anyway. So when they come in with 2 or 3 of their friends, you put some pizza on the plate, voila, lunch is done. They go back to the garden, they are playing. So play dates is a great way to entertain your children this summer. Number 2, arts and crafts. Arts and crafts are such a thing. There's such a thing in my house, and they don't cost so much. And there are so many arts and craft ideas. There is tie and dye, there is clay, there is chalk and painting the floor in the garden. All sorts of things you can do. They can make origami. They can do all sorts of things. You can ask them to paint up posters. You can buy a bucket of chalk and they can paint the floors outside your home. There are so many arts and crafts ideas online that you can do. So many things you can do with paper. You can buy canvas from Poundland or any of the pound stores, and the children can have a go at being Picasso. I'm sharing with you now some of the things my children have done on canvas. That takes time, that whiles away some time. That's a great way to spend the afternoon. Do a lot of painting, a lot of coloring, a lot of molding clay, tie and dye, and so on. So art and craft is the second thing you can do to while away time this summer. Strawberry picking. Find a local farm and go strawberry picking. It's such a wonderful pastime. We did it last summer and we plan to do it again this summer. It's very cheap, it's affordable. A lot of these farms will charge you £3 or £2 for you to come, get a little basket and go around the farm picking strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and the children have fun. You can eat as you go, you can pick and eat, you can put some in your basket. It whiles away the whole day. It's affordable fun, and yeah, it's outdoorsy, so it's really good in the summer on those very hot days to go strawberry picking. We've done it before and we plan to do it again this summer. It's cheap, it's fun, and it's a good one for summer. I'm the kind of parent that likes to squeeze in a bit of education even during the summer holidays. I don't like to do the pack away the books forever until September kind of thing. I like to squeeze in a bit of learning opportunity anytime I can. And so that's why this particular point is coming up, and is to go to the library. Interestingly, a lot of libraries offer activities during the summer, and now that lockdown is being lifted, libraries are opening up again. You can go to the library for activities, reading challenges are going on, and they set them up by age grade so the children can take part in the specific challenges for their age grade. You can borrow books from the library which they can read or they can return, or even they can sit in the library and read these books, and it's fantastic. We always make the library a part of our summer holidays. Last summer we couldn't do the library because of COVID, but 2019 we were all over the library. We were there like literally every week for a library activity. One day a week we would go to the library and spend time. You see, the summer is going. By the time you spend one day having a play date, one day doing art and craft, one day in the library, one day doing strawberry picking, I mean, that's 4 days already, isn't it? So let's get right on to the next point, which is picnic in the park. Yes, you can do a picnic in the park. You can do a picnic in the garden. You can set up a picnic. My children love these picnics when I set them up. We get a basket and we pack food. We pack a lot of biscuits. We pack fruits. We pack snacks. We pack a book or two. And then we take a blanket and we go to our local park. And then we sit there. I lay out the blanket and I read a book and take a nap while my children, run around, play on the bicycles, run around in the park. If there is climbing frames in the park, they climb the frames and they come back, have some snacks with me, and we generally just chill. So picnic in the park is a fantastic way to spend time with children during the summer. Baking together is also another activity that you can do this summer. Get your children baking. Download the recipe online or use one that you already have. Buy them these little aprons or not, and then get them baking. It's fantastic. It's time spent together, and at the end of the day, you guys end up with cakes, cookies, and a lot of yummy stuff that your children can eat, and it makes them feel very accomplished when they've been a part of the baking process. So definitely baking together is a good way to spend time in the summer. Play board games together. You can get board games from charity shops, so you don't have to go to Amazon and start buying things costing you money. Remember, we are having fun on a budget, so this is about cheap fun. This is about affordable fun. So go to your local charity shop and check out the board games that they have. You'll be surprised that charity shops have a huge amount of board games going. They put them on the floor in corners, they put them on shelves, and you can just pick them up for £1, £2, and so on. You will get some really interesting ones. You get common ones like Ludo, common ones like Scrabble and Monopoly, but you will also get other interesting board games that you guys can play, and you guys can hang out at home and play these board games and enjoy yourselves. I'm a big fan of Monopoly as a way to teach children about money. So if you can get a Monopoly board from a charity shop, please go for it. If you find Monopoly there, please go for it. Ludo is a great one to help with counting, with adding and subtracting. So if you have a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old or a 7-year-old, Ludo is a great educational game for them to play. I also taught my 7-year-old how to play drafts, and she loves it. She loves it. It's an old people's game, honestly, but my dad taught me how to play drafts, and I remember how much I loved it, and my daughter still loves it. So we play drafts together. So get on top of the board game thing, get your board game from charity shops, and play and spend time together with your children. Again, lockdown is over. A lot of us have taken our first or second vaccines, so we are going out, places are open, and this is why I say visit a museum. A museum is a fantastic educational experience, and there are children's museums that you can visit. There are local museums that you can visit. There are free museums that you can visit. And even if it's a paying museum, they don't usually charge for children. They will just charge for the adults, and it's usually affordable unless you're in central London. Different ball game entirely. But there are lots of museums that you can visit with your children and spend time with them and imbibe in them a love of arts, a love of history, a love of information, a lot of knowledge. So museums are a great way to spend time this summer. Add that to your to-do list that you're going to visit museums. And that brings me to the last point. Find a local activity center. Find a local activity center near you. Activity centers usually have climbing frames, they have things you can do, they have a splash pool. We have one at Maldon, which is not too far from me. There are so much of these activity centers around that you can find. Your kids can spend time there, they can jump, they can have fun, they can do things while you have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Activity centers sometimes also have like wildlife where you can feed the ducks, you can do things like that and hang out with your children. And now I've shared with you 10 fun summer activities that you can do without breaking the bank. We're not breaking the bank. At the same time, we're going to spend quality time with our children. One thing I thank God for that's happened in the last 2 years now because of COVID is how much time I'm getting to spend with my children, because I'm working from home and I'm taking care of them. I'm spending time with them. I'm in their space. They're in my space. They're making up for me. They are doing things for me. They are doing things with me. It's fantastic, and I'm grateful for that. And I hope you're grateful for it as well, and you're taking advantage of it as much as you can. So you can have a fun summer with your family and your children on a budget without breaking the bank. And I've shared with you 10 ideas that can help you do this. If you have other ideas, please share them in the comment section. Tell me how you're planning to have a fun summer on a budget, and then we as a community can borrow your ideas as well. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it by pressing the red button on your right. Don't forget to press the bell so you can get notifications every time I share a new video. Until my next video, you take care of yourself and keep living happily.